What's up, guys? We are still in Garibaldi and we are so excited to be starting off our week with a train ride right outside of the campground that we are staying at, Multnomah. We are so excited about this. It's with the Oregon Coast Scenic Railroad. We've kind of got a thing for trains since we started this journey, and this one actually takes you to Rockaway Beach. We're gonna have the chance to get off and check it out, so we're gonna bring you guys along.
The good news is though, we learned we could bring the dogs, so our campground is right there. Ran across the street real quick to grab the dudes, so they're now on the train ride with us.
Postmaster. And they asked him, what do you want to name this little bird? And he goes, I so admire General Giuseppe Garibaldi that I want to call it Garibaldi in honor of General Giuseppe Garibaldi. Okay, you gotta look over on the water side. The Saltair Creek, beautiful view coming in. One of the first stops that they put along the way. But the fellows selling hot dogs on the beach. Fun's got sake with it.
How was the first leg of the train ride?
That was cool. Sully was a little bit scared, but they both made it.
Boys are alive?
Now we're going to see the beach.
It's just crazy how many rocks there are out in the middle of the ocean here. I mean, literally just at Rockaway Beach. I guess that's probably where it gets its name in a sense,
yeah.
But just a massive arch on just two random rocks out in the middle of the ocean. Morgan doing what she does best, finding a sweet treat. Just a big
Dairy-free
fan.
cherry chocolate. It's delicious.
We have one dog that just loves being on anything. Boat, car, I guess train included. And then one that is mad that we brought him along for the ride. Alrighty, well, we made it down to Oceanside Beach to go explore a little bit. We were told that we could find a tunnel, possibly some starfish, and maybe some fun other ocean creatures. So brought the boys down to the beach, gonna go walk around the Three Arches area that way. I think that's where it got its name from. Gonna explore a little bit. Stay tuned.
Find a $50.
Not a whole dollar, but a $50.
See what else we can find.
No starfish, but found some cool rocks. Found a dinosaur egg.
The dinosaur egg, that's not really one. But these are kind of cool. These are agates. I don't know too much about them yet. This is just a cool shell. Pretty cool though. We'll add them to our collection.
Well, went and walked probably about a half mile down the beach here. Insanely beautiful. Honestly, did not know what to expect. I thought we were coming to a tunnel. Almost behind me now, but we skipped it when we were walking down the beach. Ended up walking further than we planned on. Let the boys run around for a minute. Hopefully those drone clips are really cool. It looks beautiful from the drone, but we'll see how it looks when we pull them off of it. Let's go take the tunnel out and maybe go on a hike. Into the tunnel she goes. Going to see another lighthouse. Alright, smallest lighthouse I have ever seen, but I guess it does its job. Cool arch over there too. headed to go do a little bit of a hike. I think Morgan's probably more excited than, I wouldn't say than I am, but she's just excited because it contains
10 waterfalls. We're doing the trail of 10 falls, I think is what it's called.
It's a pretty fitting name for a trail with 10 waterfalls.
For sure. In Oregon, it's supposed to be beautiful. Apparently this is like an easy to moderate difficulty level, and it's just shy of 8 miles, which I love a long hike, especially when
Getting our
it's
steps in today.
Straight uphill. So really excited to see this, but we're going to hike with my uncle and his girlfriend, so we're going to try to just spend some time with them, not do too much on the camera. We're going to show you guys the waterfalls, but probably not too much talking. So hopefully you enjoy the views, and hopefully we see some epic waterfalls. But 10, I think, is going to make an 8-mile hike pretty worth it.
I'd agree. I guess you can probably see Sully in the background as well. Dogs are coming along with us to her uncle's house, but not a dog-friendly hike.
Yeah.
So they're just along for the ride, essentially. Let's go see some waterfalls.
Let's do it.
Later. Made it to waterfall number 2 of 10. Really wish I would have brought a bathing suit. This looks like a great little swimming hole. The very first waterfall in the clip. This entire 8-mile hike has been beside a river. Not too bad. Made it to Cannon Beach.
Where I've been wanting to come.
Yeah, hopefully gonna catch a pretty sunset. It's been pretty foggy on the ride up, so hopefully that's kind of gone away. Walking
a little
on
chillier than we thought.
about 45 minutes from the campground, but not too bad of a drive, especially when it's beautiful out. So hopefully the fog's moved away from the beach and we get some cool shots here soon. That's pretty cool.
I think outside of Charleston, South Carolina, my hometown, this might be the coolest beach I have ever seen. There's bonfires to my left and my right. There's a huge rock behind me, and it is stunning.
It's gonna be a pretty sunset too, I think.
I hope so. This is such a cool beach. I'm obsessed. Like,
Yeah.
we're coming back out here before we leave.
We're here for 4 more nights, I think. In
Yep.
Garibaldi, we're about 45 minutes away, and that was a pretty epic sunset. I didn't know a rock could be so cool.
Do you want to come every single night before we leave?
Yeah, as long as we can have a bonfire. Pretty cool that you can have a bonfire on the beach, so a bunch of people have one going.
So many people out here.
I had to be Mr. Photographer, so I didn't get to play with fire today. We'll be back for round 2 of fire making. But Cannon Beach, really, really beautiful. Highly advised stopping by.
We stopped by the Pelican Brewing for a beer before, and then we came down to the beach, but we haven't ventured around too much. That's why I want to come back, because it looks like there's a lot going on here, and it's very popular. So definitely suggest grabbing a drink, grabbing dinner, and then coming down to watch sunset. And the sunset tonight was at 9 o'clock, so it was nice. It made for a long day.
It's my bedtime. Alrighty, well, we are headed to what we've heard is one of the better farmers markets in the state of Oregon. Some have said the best in Oregon, but I'm back in Astoria where we were a few days ago, working with the Bolin Hotel. So excited to go see what this farmers market's like. We've been chasing some waterfalls, doing a bunch of hiking the past few days. So hopefully before this you saw those videos. Here's my beautiful wife.
We're about to get produce, we're gonna get fruit, we're gonna get hopefully some sourdough
Hopefully
bread.
we don't have a broken drone.
We're gonna get all kinds of stuff, and hopefully he's gonna be able to carry it all back on this bike, because that's what he wanted to do.
Hey bike. Thanks dudes.
I think I'm about to try some maple syrup, which we've been putting in our coffee lately because we haven't been able to find milk, and it tastes delicious. It's black coffee with some maple syrup, so good.
Pirate hat
cat season. It is the Goonies 40th anniversary was this weekend, so a lot of Goonies paraphernalia around here.
Okay, we're at the farmer's market and I told Blake I was 100% getting flowers. This bouquet is a $30 bouquet. Like, it looks like an $80 bouquet. But that's way too big for the RV, so we're gonna go pick out something a little bit smaller.
Well,
I'm so excited. I'm about to custom make a bouquet, and they've got a base that they've already started, so I think I'm gonna use that. It's very colorful, but I really wanted eucalyptus. That's always my #1 thing I look for in a bouquet. And then I think I'm gonna add some pink flowers. I think it's peonies. I think that's what they are.
absolutely insane woodworking.
This is always the fun part for me, is picking out the produce for the week, because we figure out our meals around the produce, obviously. Then we're always gonna get onion. I might get some spinach, and probably a few zucchini as well, because it's just easy for us to throw in all of our meals. These are insane. I am so excited. They might not all fit in the RV, but if not, then we're gonna bring them to the ladies at the front office at the campground, because I couldn't resist this. We just finished off at the farmer's market. Killer experience. Like, I don't even know how many vendors are here, but this was one of the best farmers markets, if not the best, that we've been to. We picked up fruits and vegetables. I got some lettuce for a salad, stunning flowers. We got some pepperoni for pizza. Just kind of hit all of our boxes. So highly suggest coming if you're in Astoria. So now we're gonna go venture around and maybe see what this Goonies anniversary is all about.
See Oregon from here. So from Washington over to the Oregon side of the country. Told Morgan this was our lighthouse that we just hiked to see, but she didn't see this one. Well, we made it to Disappointment Lighthouse. I see where it gets its name. What do you think?
Spectacular view.
We're having a beach bonfire and I'm absolutely dying right now, but I think this is our recap of the week. So
we got a lot done this week, but we were hanging out with family, so we didn't do too much talking on camera. So kind of just wanted to fill you guys in on what we did. Lots of hiking. We ended up hiking to 10 different waterfalls at the 10 Falls hike. Trail of 10 Falls is what it's called.
Knew it was simple, but knew it was also not 10 waterfall hike.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Killer waterfall. Like, 10 out of 10 would highly recommend if you are visiting the area. 10 waterfalls in 8 miles, and really it's a fairly easy hike as well. The 8 miles, it's a paved road, it's a very well-maintained trail, a little bit of uphill, but really not too bad at all.
Then we made pizza with Morgan's uncle. We didn't really film much of that, but they had been talking about how much they loved pizza, so we had the uni night. I mean, we traveled across the country with this pizza oven, so we might as well make pizza. So made pizza for them. I think they are now purchasing their own uni, so don't have any content of that, but that was just a great little nightcap for spending some time with some family. Woke up the next day and decided to go to, how do we describe that waterfall? How do you say that waterfall? It wasn't Upper Yosemite Falls, which we hiked in, which would have been one of our 2 previous videos from this one, but it was an absolutely stunning waterfall that you could see from the interstate, which is really cool.
Multnomah. It's Multnomah Falls. This was the #1 waterfall on my Oregon bucket list of things to see. It was actually featured in Twilight during the baseball field scene, and it is just jaw-dropping. Like, they've got a bridge. It is so stunning.
They've got a bridge and a waterfall.
There's a bridge, there's the upper waterfall, the lower waterfall. It is so pretty and so worth it. And then that hike was, I think, a little over a mile.
Yeah, like
super
a mile and a half,
easy. But
you could see it from the base. So it could be a very low impact hike. We hiked all the way up to the top of the waterfall. Not too great of a view, but we had the dudes with us, so stretch their legs, let them get out of the car. A 2-mile walk was just a good little mover that morning. And then we went and got pizza. One of the best pizzas that we've had in a long time. So pizza 2 nights in a row, yes, judge us, but I'd have it 3 nights in a row. So if you can't be a part of that, then don't subscribe. But if you want to be a part of that, subscribe below. We'll take those. But great pizza.
It's called Turn and Peel. So if you make it over to Portland, There's a place called Turn and Peel, and it's so cute. We met the owner. It's just, if you're into like a cute aesthetic, cute vibe, and good food, definitely check it out.
Yeah, no doubt. And then what do we do? I guess so that would lead us to yesterday. Yesterday we went and did, what was your favorite beach?
We went to Cannon Beach, which is something that I had really been looking forward to. And we're going back, so I'm excited to bring you guys along next week when we go like venture through the shops and the restaurants and stuff like that. But we went to go see Haystack Rock, and it is stunning. I totally understand now why this rock is so popular.
It's a rock in the ocean, like a couple hundred yards, maybe not even that, off of the beach.
So
it's like
cool.
It's a stupid rock. It was really damn cool. It was
especially
such a cool...
at sunset. You walk out there. It was very busy. Everyone was having beach bonfires. It was such a like romantic Oregon vibe. It was so cool. So highly suggest doing that if you make your way over to Cannon Beach. And then we ended today, our Sunday, at one of the best farmers markets that we've been to. The farmers market in Astoria, which was also the 40th anniversary of the Goonies also happening, and this farmers market was huge. They had everything that we wanted. We picked up lots of groceries for the week. Highly suggest doing that as well. And then we also crossed off another state off of our list.
Washington. We made it. Went and saw, oh crap, I forgot the name. It was Disappointment Lighthouse, I guess is what it's called, which we don't really know why that's called that. That's something that I do need to look up. Probably should have read the signs. Didn't really read too many signs. It wasn't like too crazy of a lighthouse. It wasn't this massive structure, but the view was incredible. Absolutely insane. It was at the Lewis and Clark, I don't know if it's like where one of their trailheads ended or one of their, I mean obviously the pavers of the world or the United States in a sense, but I don't know if that's one of their stopping points or why that ended up being there, but it was a really, really beautiful park there. And finishing out our night sitting here by a fire, catching up on our journal entries. We've been doing those, trying to write what we do every day. That's been kind of a fun one that hopefully our kids can go back on one day and look, and also we laugh about just the random things that we write about. So out here with the boys.
Something cool though for the journal, if you like to do this, we're actually using agendas. So this is kind of a cool idea that Blake came up with. But if you flip to like the day-to-day page, that's where we're putting our journal entries. So if you like journaling, it's kind of a cool way to keep up with it, and you don't have to feel like you're writing like an entire page. You just write what's allowed in the space. I just wanted to throw that tidbit in there because he came up with that good idea.
Organized brain over here needed to be somewhat in line. I couldn't have my notes all over the place, so it's almost an Excel spreadsheet, but for an agenda for me to take my notes. But finishing out the night, got a little bonfire going. Boys are playing in the sand, so that's going to be fun. They have gotten off their beds. I've been good sitting here not telling them to move back, but I think we're going to go enjoy that one a little bit and call it a night and call it a week and then into this video. So we're still in Tillamook for a few more days, so we're going to show that around in our next week. Hopefully we'll show you the cheese factory. And as we head to Bend, we'll be heading to Bend in our next video. Truly over the moon about visiting Bend. We've heard that that's a town that is our town that a lot of people think that we could end up moving to if we were to become West Coast kids. I don't know if that one's happening yet or not. Stay tuned for that information, but truly over the moon to get to Bend. But thank you, Rome. We've had a blast here. We'll stay here for a little bit. Yeah, and then also next week we'll also give you a good view and tour of this campground in case you're RVing as well. This campground's been incredible. We love the amenities, so we're really excited to show you guys kind of more around the campground and what everything looks like. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys next week.